Hey guys, it's Hannah. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. So first thing I want to say is thank you to all of you who are subscribed. I really appreciate all of your support and all of your encouragement. This is not like a full-time thing I can do all the time, but I do enjoy helping people on Nookazon and surprising people, and I do love Animal Crossing. I took a break for a while because the Bells Bash absolutely destroyed me. It destroyed my mental health a little bit, so I had to step away and take a break from all of that. But yeah, I mean, we were sitting at 100 and then we grew to 112. And when I logged back on for the first time in 6 months, we had grown to 118. And at the time of recording this, we are now sitting at 123. So thank you guys so much for all of the support, for being here and for subscribing. It's really amazing. I'm just in awe of it all. So thank you for being here. So I'm reevaluating my yard sale island. As you can see, I have all these sections here. And the reason I set up sections was because I was originally just hosting one person at a time instead of hosting multiple people at a time. But that was 6 months ago, Hannah. Right now, Hannah doesn't have time for that. So I want to get at least 3 or 4 people on this island, and I don't want to worry about what's fair, what's not fair, like having to set out however many star fragments, vehicles, whatever. I mean, there's no possible reason that anybody would come on the island and take all of this stuff. Like, there was no theory under which anybody coming to the island would be like, yeah, I'm gonna take all of this. I used to let people visit like 3 or 4 times in a row, and so a lot of things would be taken, which is fine. But I don't know, I'm just not feeling it anymore. I think it's more fun when I'm hosting multiple people at a time. So I am going to be extending the grab bag section. I'm going to be getting rid of the individual sections. I'm not afraid of tarantulas, they're afraid of me. So anyways, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be breaking down all my sections and making the grab bag section bigger. I'm going to be removing the campsite. I'm going to be making my bell section bigger. Eliminating the sections and making just a everything section, and then keeping my furniture section at the same time. So I'm not going to voice over for the whole thing. I feel like a lot of it is self-explanatory, but if I see anything that I want to voice over, I'll chime in here and there. so I just want to chime in and warn you, be prepared to be slightly frustrated because I'm going back over the footage and I'm feeling frustrated. The reason I did it, some of the things that I did, was because I didn't know what I was gonna do. I wasn't sure about what I wanted to do, so some of the sections of the video like this, completely pointless. Like, I go back and I change it completely. Well, not completely, but I made it more cohesive, instead of doing this weird every other square pattern that I was doing. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I go back, like, I was looking back and I got frustrated with myself. I'm like, why did I do it that way? Like, why didn't I just wait until I was doing this to decide what I was gonna make the path look like? But yeah, anyways, sorry. It was actually the same thing with the campsite earlier. I was watching that and I was trying to decide if I was going to chime in with a voiceover then, when I was putting a fence through half of the flowers. And looking at it now, I'm like, well, I ended up getting rid of all the flowers anyway, so I might have, but yeah, same situation. Like, I didn't know what I was going to be doing, so I just kind of was experimenting a little bit, and that was the result. And I didn't want to, like, not include those in the video because it's not all just one, like, aha moment. It was kind of figuring out what works best and what looks better. But yeah. And I'm pretty happy with how the island turned out. Like, you guys will see it at the end. I'm happy with it for now, but I'm sure this is not going to be the last time that I do an extreme change like this. I think it gets better and better each time I do it. And when I find something that works better, I go and I change it. So this won't be the last one of these videos, I guarantee it, because I change my mind all the time. So, fun stuff. Okay, so the large and small items section of my furniture side of my yard sale, I've noticed that unless I show people, like take them all the way up the path, they don't usually go into the large furniture section. Like, it's always just the small because it's so overwhelming. So I don't know. I like having it separated into different sections. Like, if you're looking for a large item and you happen to looking for a bed and you ask me where they are, I would say in the large furniture. I feel like that makes it easier if you're searching for something specific. But I don't know, since I've started like the two sections, and I've had it like this for probably a year or so, but it's always the smaller items that disappear faster. And I don't know if that's just because they're more popular or because like that's just where people are looking, like they don't even bother going all the way up the pathway. But I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I was thinking about just erasing the sections completely and just kind of letting them mix up, like it doesn't really matter. But that would mean I'd have to take everything off of this lot and set it all out again, and I do not have the emotional energy to do that. So I don't know. If you have an opinion, please let me know in the comments what you think I should do about that, because I'm not sure. I think it's okay. Like, I try to remember to remind people, like, hey, there's actually two sections on the right side. There's large up at the top, and then there's small down here. I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I'm not sure. So one of the most common questions that I get all the time is this island that I have modded? And no, it is not. All of this is done by hand on my Nintendo Switch console. I play with the console in my hands. I don't even like hooking it up to the television because it makes my head hurt when I'm having to look at the TV. So I hold it in my hand. It's all done by hand, which is another reason why I decided to eliminate the different sections, because sometimes people will come to the island and they just assume that it's modded. And so sometimes on modded islands, like when you're leaving, everything will reset. Mine doesn't do that because it's not modded. So if you leave something in the wrong section, it's gonna stay there. And I'm slightly annoyed by that when it happens. And I'll, like if I go through and I see like a tool in the furniture section, I'll pick it up and put it back where it belongs. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's part of the experience of going to a yard sale. Sometimes you find something better and just drop it where you are. And that's fine. Like, whatever. But that was the big reason why I decided to eliminate the sections, was because I went to all this trouble of making different sections like for specific items, and then I would find furniture with the gyroids or tools with the Nook Miles tickets. It's driving me a little bit crazy, and I'm not about that. I have enough going on in my life that's driving me crazy. I don't need Animal Crossing to be another thing that's doing that to me. So I'm eliminating that. The problem though is that I have so much space to fill. Like, is it nice to get rid of all the sections and kind of free up different parts of my island? Absolutely. Was this whole thing where I was putting all of these items out by hand fun for me? Not really. I did it though, and I'll keep doing it. Hopefully I'll never have to do a big section like this again, because I can just fill the missing spaces up after people leave here and there. But yeah, this was like a throwback to the Bell's Bash. Like, it was a lot. Just hand placing everything is a lot, and I don't recommend it. Unless, like, if I ever do another yard sale island, it will definitely, absolutely 1000% be modded. Because I've put in my time. I've put in my time. But yeah, that's a common question that I get all the time. Is my island modded? No, it's all by hand. And so the items that I have set out on my island are from a treasure island that is modded, but my island itself is not modded. So I don't think the items are technically modded either. I'm not sure. I mean, you tell me if you know anything about modded items, or if it counts as a mod when I put it on my island that is not modded and it's from a treasure island, and then I put it on my island. Does that mean that my island is modded? I don't think so, because there's no reset mods or auto stock or anything. So I don't know. If you feel weird about coming to my island because I offer treasure island items, don't come. End of story. Simple as that. Like, no hard feelings or anything. I'm just trying to help people and spread some kindness. But yeah, Sorry if that was a long answer. I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit, so that's my bad. So originally I thought I was going to keep my little tiny campsite where it was and just keep my flowers where they were, because I did not feel like digging up all these frickin' flowers. Really did not want to do that, but after some break time and some consideration, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do this whole section back here full of bells. I don't even care about the campsite. This island is really not for looks anymore. It's more about helping people, so it needs to adapt as I figure out ways to do that in a more efficient way. So was not wasn't a decision I was happy about necessarily, just because I did not look forward to all of the work that I was going to have to do digging up these flowers. But once I started doing it, I just got really into it, and then it was done. So now I have a nice huge section for bells, for people to fill up their bells, and yeah, fun stuff. So some of you might remember, like if you've ever been to a grab bag event that I was hosting before, this one section, like there's only one way in and one way out. I have everything fenced off because I've had some pretty bad experiences with not necessarily people from Nookazon, but people from Nook friends and just random people that I've met online kind of going crazy and doing their own thing on the island and stealing a bunch of grab bags. And so everything is fenced off, and one of the problems that I kept running into was that when I would host, sometimes there would be people that were also on the island but not for the grab bag listing. Like they would bid on the grab bag thing, and then other people would be there for the yard sale, and then the yard sale people would decide that they want to do grab bags too, which is fine, but the one-way path was kind of annoying, so I extended the path. And then people are always asking, you know, what's your YouTube user? I have it literally all over the island, just in case anybody wants to subscribe. I don't tell people or ask people to subscribe, but I have it out there, so in case somebody sees it and they're like, oh, you have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do, and you'll be featured in a video. So, I don't know. It's kind of a fun way to put my name out there without being like, hey, guess what I have? I have a YouTube channel, will you subscribe? You know, yeah, I don't know. I think the sign is more subtle, which I prefer, because I don't really like putting it out there that I have a YouTube channel. I'm thankful to have the subscribers that I have, and I'm thankful you guys are here. I just don't like to be in your face about it. But people were saying you should start telling people that you have a YouTube channel because your videos are really fun to watch and blah blah blah. And so I'm not really comfortable with that, so I do the signs instead. And then this part is where the campsite is going to be, and originally I was going to throw away all the flowers, and then I was like, I'd better not, because sometimes people come to the island and they're like, can I have this particular flower? Do you have any of those? And I'm like, yes, actually, here, take all of them. So if you need flowers, I used to make listings for flowers because I had a huge section back here. This whole section where the bells was for a long time was just flowers. And so I would make listings of surprise flowers and surprise people with a bunch of hybrid flowers. But no more. I literally could go the whole rest of my life without ever digging another flower up and be completely content. Like, I never want to dig up a flower again. I don't want to put bells down anymore either. Like, I was having issues with this next part. I was like, this sucks. Like, why did I decide to do this? But yeah, it's fun. Like, the reward is fun, and the reward outweighs all the work that I put into it. So it's fine. I'm fine. I'm just growing tired and weary with all the tediousness of this game. I enjoy interacting with you guys though, so that makes it worth it. But yeah, I was not having a good time while I was recording all of this footage. I was like grumbling to myself, this sucks. Like, why did I decide to do this? I'm gonna quit for another 6 months. I'm done. But yeah, it's all good. So another question that I always get, which I think it's so funny because people are always like, what's with the polka dots? Why do you have polka dots everywhere? So the purpose for the polka dots is that there's virtually no space on my island for rocks or fossils or weeds or that glowing spot that pops up sometimes where you can put bells in the hole and it'll grow you a money tree. There's really no place on my island for those things to take place, and I like it that way. I like to maximize the space that I have to put more items out, because that means I can stock up more in my storage units on the game and have more readily available for people. So if you come to my island and you have a request or there's a specific item that you've been looking for, I probably have it in one of my storage things. And so I need to maximize the space that I have on the island. And it's just easier when I have polka dots down, because nothing that usually occurs on the island is getting in the way. So that's why there's polka dots everywhere. Might have slightly driven myself insane placing polka dots all over my island by hand. But yeah, I guess I could have done like actual solid patterns if I wanted to, but I like the grass, the way that it changes with the seasons. I think it's cuter. I just prefer it that way. And the polka dots are easier, and they get covered up with the item because I made them small enough. I designed this pattern, by the way, the polka dot pattern. So if you're looking for something to put down, like to measure or figure out if something is symmetrical or not, the island goes by, like, I think 9 spaces where you stand in the middle, and there's 9 spaces around you. So if you're needing something to help you measure, it goes by 9. But the polka dots are helpful because I can stand in the middle of one and drop 9 items, and it kind of goes a little bit faster that way. But yeah, that's why the polka dots. So I love the custom patterns, like using them in the game because I can change them to go along with the seasons. This was supposed to be a Thanksgiving theme sign. Now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of reminding me of ketchup and mustard, so not sure that it was exactly the look I was going for, but that's what is on my island now. And when Christmas, or December 1st, I'll change it to Christmas colors, so that'll be exciting to look at. I also really like changing the color of the arrows, and the colors of the polka dots, and the colors of the pathways. So that's one thing that's kind of exciting to me, at least. I enjoy that part. But yeah, I was trying to find that perfect pumpkin Thanksgiving-y orange, and it kind of reminded me of pumpkin pie. So now all my paths are like this cute pumpkin pie color. I really like it. Alright guys, so that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for 118. At the time of recording this, again, I'm sitting at 123, so thank you for 123. Thanks for sticking with me through this long video. I know it was a little bit longer than what I normally post. It's half an hour. I just wanted to show like the work that I put into it, and you know, all of that, and kind of show you all the different sections that I downsized and then combined and blah blah blah. There's gonna be new videos coming out. I was gonna do the Nookazon yard sale video was gonna be my next one because I hosted a bunch last weekend. I think I'm just gonna combine the ones with this weekend and from last weekend together into one video. So yeah, that'll be coming soon. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and bye!